Yes, boys, so I'm going to do a little back testing session, but fully uncut, and I'm going to just do a random month on this chart. I'm literally just going to fucking scroll through it and we'll see what month we get, day, year. I don't even know what we're going to get yet, but we'll do a month of data, 2 months of data, because to be fair, a month's pretty easy to collect. But yeah, we'll just see what happens. So I'm pretty much going to go on the daily time frame, click this little rewind button. I can't go past too far because we won't be able to finger it, but I'm just going to close my eyes, couple scrolls, and stop there. See what year we got. So we're on 2020. Lovely. This probably isn't going to be a great year, but this is what it is, really. Jump to the 15-minute, and we'll see what trades we get. So pretty much what I'm going to do, I'm going to run through the trades, run through what I look for my setups, and that's pretty much it, to be honest. But let's just do it. So first of all, EMA is bearish. We can't take a trade because we're in the Asian session. We only take trades in the London and New York kill zones. Ooh, that's another thing. The kill zones need to be right, which they're not because we're in October. Sick. So we're going to have to change those real quick. Just give me a minute, boys, because they're not correct times because of the daylight saving hours. Don't know if this will fix it. We went the wrong way. So there we go, we're back on track. So let me just go back. I don't think this swept the high. So yeah, we're still bearish. So because we're bearish, we're going to wait for this high to be swept. And we'll see. No sweep into the London kill zone. But what did we get? I've gone a little bit quick, but that's okay. So I'm pretty sure we swept the Asian kill zone and the London kill zone coming into this New York session. Rewind that a little bit and zoom in on this. Obviously, we're going to check this news event, which is retail sales, which is not an event which I'd be pulling out for. Wait for that first 15-minute bearish candle to close, and we would draw our entry. Would literally just be a break of this candle, and our stop loss would go just above the high of the high, pretty much the high of the sweep, and we just simply target a fixed 1 to 2 risk to reward. Now this trade is being taken on a Friday, which means that I have to close all of my trades at 8:45 due to the new week opening gap, and I don't want to get slipped for that. See what happens. So we have to close this trade here, which would have been a 0.5 R gain. So we're up 0.5 R already. 0.5 R win, we'll take that. I'm going to remove those drawings, and I'll keep a mental note, and you people watching keep a mental note of what we're up. So I'm not going to sit here journal it all, to be honest. So now we're not valid to take a trade because the EMA is crossed, which isn't giving us a strong signal on direction in the market. So again, we can't take this trade because when it's not valid, according to the EMA. Now the EMA is aligned bearish once again, which means we're waiting for the high of Asia session in the London session to get swept, which it didn't. And now we've had a sweep of the London kill zone coming into the New York session. We've just printed that first bearish candle, and we're going to now enter on the break of that candle with our stops all the way up here, targeting a fixed 1 to 2. This is going to be a huge trade, and it's probably going to lose, but because this is a fully mechanical system, we literally just enter every valid trade that we see. There we go. So that's one loss, and we took 0.5 R in profit, and we've just lost one trade, which leaves us down 0.5 R. But I think just doing this is going to give everyone a rough idea of the model and how I trade it. So this day, EMA was crossed over. then became a bullish signal on the EMA because the 200 was less than the 100, which was less than the 50. Didn't have a sweep of the London or Asian low, so we had no valid setup. Wait for the next day. Again, EMA is still aligned bullish. We've had the sweep of the low, but now we've printed 1, 2, 3 fractals before the Asian kill zone, which is again against my rules, and this would be an invalid trade to take. Now, this is a valid trade to take, which is probably going to be another loss. So we had the sweep, unless that candle swept. Let me just zoom in. We're going to have to get the magnifying glass out here. We're getting techie, boys. Did this candle sweep? Okay, so we had no valid sweep there. So this is a valid entry. Again, as entry would be right there. Stops below that wick. Let me go back in time. So we'd be entering at the break of that first bullish candle inside of the New York kill zone. And we'd be targeting a 1 to 2 on this. Again, fixed 1 to 2 as always. And we'll see how it runs. Pretty sure this is going to be a loss. Ooh, saved. Nice. So that was a win. So 2R win. This just goes to show mechanical trading and having no emotions in the market genuinely does pay off. Because right here, so many people would have got emotional and pulled out of their position, seeing it coming close to their SL. We held that puppy and it ran to TP. So now we've had 1 partial win, 0.5R, 1 loss, which left us down 0.5R, and we've just taken another win, which has now put us up 2R, so 1.5R. So we're now 1.5R up in profit. Let's see the next day. Again, we had the sweep, which was valid. The EMA was bullish, but after that sweep, we had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 fractals be printed before we entered the London kill zone. So this trade, even though it probably ran to TP here, it wasn't valid to enter according to the rules. So here we can see we swept the London kill zone coming into the New York kill zone, but we didn't print that bullish candle. We printed it on the 1530 candle, but we can only enter inside of the kill zones. So this next candle we can't enter on. So again, no trade there. Now, again, the EMA is now crossed over, and even if it wasn't, we've printed too many fractals before the entry. So no valid trade there, and no valid sweep in that New York kill zone. No valid sweeps. Again, the EMA was bullish, but we didn't sweep anything. EMA is now misaligned. Now it's aligned again bullish. Okay, did we get an entry there? We might have. No, we didn't. Sorry. No sweep of the Asian kill zone. Here. Ooh. This has gone back to the end of October, meaning that we need to jump back to this. There we go. So yeah, we had a sweep here, the first bullish candle. Now this is a really good example. We didn't break above that candle, so we didn't get our entry. And also looking at the EMA, we've crossed over, meaning that we're now misaligned. So we're still at 1.5R over the past few trades that we've taken. We're bearish here. Again, bearish, but we've now printed 1, 2 fractals before the entry, which means we are not valid to take this trade. It wouldn't be a valid setup. Even though it can still run to TP, these trades have been tested over hundreds and hundreds of trades, and it's optimal. So now again, bearish. We didn't have a sweep of the high. Coming into the New York session, nice, this is another trade. So now we have a valid trade. The EMA has given us a bearish signal. We swept the high, not only of the Asian, but also the London session. and we've printed that first bearish candle, meaning that we're now going to wait for the break of that bearish candle on the 15-minute with our stops just above the high and targeting a fixed 1 to 2 risk to reward. Just like that. See how this trade plays out. That's another 2R win. So now we're up 3.5R over the last few trades. I'll do a couple more. Pretty sure that'll give you a rough example. Again, we were bearish according to the EMA. We swept the Asian high, but we didn't get that bearish candle close inside of the New York kill zone. So we had no valid setup there. EMA is now crossing over to be bullish, giving us that bullish signal. And again, we've had the sweep of the Asian low, but 1, 2, 3 fractals before coming into the London kill zone, which is now invalid. No sweep in the New York kill zone. Some pretty mad price action here. No trades here. Again, bullish, no sweeps of the sessions. There we go. We've got a sweep finally. So coming into this Asian session kill zone here, we have swept the low. We've also bullish according to the EMA. Let me rewind this so we can explain it properly. And we would then draw our candle like this because we're waiting for the break of the 15-minute candle to enter. So at this point, you're just going to set a buy limit order. Stops just at the low, targeting a fixed 1 to 2 risk to reward. Now, I am just going to check this news event. NFP. So for NFP news, we would close 15 minutes before the event, which would be right there. Let's see how this trade plays out. Ended up, did that tag us out? I can't tell if that stopped us. Probably would have live markets, but on here, we didn't actually get stopped out by that candle somehow. And we would have closed down about 0.2R probably. Let's see. Yeah, it's about 0.2R loss if we close 15 minutes before the news. So we're now up 3.3, call it 3.2R in profit. 1 loss, which is fine. And then we can also see coming into the... Wait, I already spoke about that. No, I didn't. Did I? No. Yeah, this might be another loss. We can't enter this anyway because we don't enter before the news. So obviously initially we entered the London setup and then we had a sweep of the London low coming into the New York session. Still bullish on the EMA. But we had the NFP news coming up, which means we don't enter 15 minutes before or after. So we wouldn't have taken the New York setup. See what happens. So right here we had the sweep, but we didn't get the break of candle until after the London session. So this wasn't valid to take. I think as well, just running through it like this and having it super raw is also really helpful. Correct me if I'm wrong, but EMA here is all over the place, so we're not going to take any trades. They're all muddled up. We can't see clear direction there. Just like that. So the EMA is bullish. It is about to cross, and I do have rules on this inside of my completely free Discord community. But I'm not going to say anything on it now. We're just going to take the trade and see what happens. So we can see that we not only swept the Asian, but also the London kill zone right there. And we've printed that first bullish candle inside of the New York kill zone, meaning that we're going to enter on the break of this candle and our stops at just below the low, targeting a fixed 1 to 2 yet again. Like so. So let's see how this one plays out. Also, you can see we've only just printed 1 fractal after that break structure, so it is valid to take. That's another loss. So we can now say we're up 2.2R in profit. We'll take that. See what else we can get. We'll do 2 more trades and then we'll call it a day. So as you can see, we swept the high of the London, but 1, 2, 3, 4 fractals, 5 fractals before we got that bearish close, which isn't valid for us. Now this is a trade we can take. Let me rewind this. So as you can see, according to the EMA, we are bearish. We can then see that we swept the Asian high. We got the 15-minute candle close right here, and we would enter on the break of that candle with our stops just above the high, targeting a fixed 1 to 2 risk reward. Let's see how this one plays out. Again, another loss. That's fine. So now we are up 1.2R. Certified. 1.2R. Again, we swept the London high, but we created 1, 2, 3 fractals before, so we can't enter this trade. Now the EMA is crossed. Okay, now we're bullish. We had the sweep here, but we've now created multiple fractals, which doesn't give us a valid entry. Would have still ran to hit TP. Oh well. Again, nice. This is a valid trade to take. I'm going to have to rewind this one though. So obviously we can see we are bullish according to the EMA. We had the Asian session sweep, and then we wait for the New York kill zone to open, where we get our first bullish candle. We're going to mark out the high of that candle and enter on the break with our stops just below the low, targeting a fixed 1 to 2 risk reward. Again, I'm just going to check this news event. Retail sales, which we don't pull for. And that was a really quick TP, another 2R straight to the dome. So now we are up 3.2R again. Nice. 3.2R in profit. Waiting for the New York kill zone. Now this would have been a loss, I'm pretty sure, unfortunately. These ones really do annoy me, to be honest, but it is what it is. So we had the sweep here of the London. Sorry, that's not the London kill zone low. That's the London kill zone low. Then we had that first bullish candle form. We broke above before pushing down below, and we would have been stopped out. So that would have been another loss, which is now 2.2R in profit. Again, what month is this? November. So this is pretty fucking stereotypical for a December. Wins, losses, wins, losses. It is typically a break-even month. But I didn't want to just jump on here and cherry pick a month because, you know what I mean? It's just a bit dead, innit? So right here, nice. We've got another win here. Anyway, I'm pretty sure. So EMA is giving us a bullish signal. We're waiting for the sweep of the London session. Oops, just chucked the emojis on the screen. We didn't get a sweep of the Asian session, and the EMA was mixed, but now we are bullish on the EMA. Wait for that sweep, which we didn't get. We got there. First bullish candle is here. Stops just below that candle. I'm targeting a fixed 1 to 2 risk reward, which would be around there somewhere. We can see that we didn't print any fractals after sweeping this liquidity, and we ran pretty much straight to TP. So what was we up? We're now up 4.2R. Another 2R, 4.2R. Boomington. Might be wrong. Someone's going to have to tell me. But yeah, 4.2 risk to reward. Over like a month already. I think it's about a month. It's not too bad. Last trade. Last one. Let's see. So here, we're bearish according to the EMA. No Asian session sweep, no London session sweep, so there's no valid trade there. Waiting for the next day. This is a Friday as well. So we did get the sweep, but then the EMA became mixed and misaligned, and we created multiple fractals, 2 or more, which invalidated this setup. Now the EMA is bullish. No sweep of the London low. Not valid. Nice. This is now, we can't take this trade, even though the EMA is bullish. We swept the Asian session kill zone low and the London session kill zone low. But this first bullish candle has formed on the 1530 candle, and we can't enter after that because it's outside of our session kill zone. So even if we do get tapped in there, it's not valid, which we didn't get tapped in. Nice. So this is now another valid setup. As you can see, bullish on the EMA. We wait for the London session low to sweep. We only formed one fractal after the sweep, and we formed that bullish candle right there. Our stops would go just below the low, and again, targeting a fixed 1 to 2 risk to reward. Let's see how this one goes. What day is this? This is a Tuesday, so we don't have to pull out early, and we've got no news events coming up. Nice, and that would be, again, another 2R to the dome. So that's now 6.2R in profit. We'll leave it there. We've done just over a month, I think. So over the month, I didn't cherry pick the month. Nobody can tell me I did. I shut my eyes and scrolled and pressed. So we did 6.2R. I might be wrong, but pretty sure it was. Over a month, or just over a month or so. Like I said, this is exactly how I trade every single day. And if you do want to get involved in my team and become one of the team players, be a real G, I'm going to leave the Discord link down below, completely free, no VIP, no bullshit. Just a community with like-minded traders trading the same model, mate. So if you do want to jump in there, mate, feel free. I'd love to see some of you boys in there. That's pretty much it, mate. The easiest mechanical trading system in the game. Simplicity wins, brev. But yeah, that's 2020 as well. We'll take it. Anyway, boys, appreciate you watching. I hope this video did help for some of you new traders, or maybe you're trading and you're struggling with the discretionary stuff, just switching over to the mechanical stuff. And this could have helped you out a little bit, and maybe even gave you a strategy which is proven with over 20 years of data and is completely free to learn with no bullshit and no guru shit. But yeah, that's it, boys. City.